Call me Batman because this month of grinding to 99 attack was purely dedicated to prepping. Like an upper middle class high school jock with something to prove, spurred on from a lifetime of disappointment from a father with unnecessarily high expectations, I'm preppy as can be. Like an anime main protagonist with a backstory of being tragically weak, I've got something to prove and it will push me to new heights. Wait until the end of this video and you'll see my poor financial decisions to prove it. I began this month bulking up these lumberjacking arms as well as my brain hole. High alching and woodcutting were proving to be quite profitable while raking in good experience, which kept me feeling like I was accomplishing something. Level after level went by, but I ultimately remember that these money-making ventures were only serving to keep my membership intact, not build my attack level. So then I thought a lot. Day and night as I destroyed the rune gear market and went ham on some poor moss giants just trying to mind their own business. I even hit combat level 89 through a prayer level, which, oddly in my mind, took all the gains I felt I had achieved away. Everything I do needs to serve the purpose of getting my first 99. And if it was attack I had chosen, then that was the goal I needed to stick to. I researched as I went back to training attack. I ran the calculations and determined some gear improvements were in order, but there was more. My strength level, of course, my strength level was lacking. In the grand scheme of things, taking the time to gain a few strength levels would be a drop in the hat compared to my main goal, and the increased max hit that became essential in my eyes. The first piece of gear I acquired was the Regen bracelet. No, not the regeneration bracelet, okay? We're hip like that. It's the Regen bracelet, everyone. Regarded as the best in-slot item of its kind with no requirements, I grabbed it for both the superior strength bonus in comparison to my combat bracelet, as well as the increased health regeneration. That health regeneration, oh boy, I tell you, it's phenomenal. Works wonders. Highly recommend. Next up was the Ancient Cloak. Digging into capes made me realize I had an opportunity to boost my prayer stat, which would allow me to use strength prayers for increased durations. The Ancient Cloak was my choice because of the oddly lightweight. Something just didn't quite feel right though. I burned through more magic and woodcutting levels as I researched. I only needed a few strength levels to increase my max hit, but the dragon skimmy I owned seemed like a huge downgrade compared to my abyssal whip. I get it. Whips are exciting. I mean, if you had a choice of a way to leave this world, would you not want to be whipped to death by a disturbingly blue man on a sandy beach? I took so long contemplating on this, though I ended up running out of membership as I struggled to make a decision. This homie, though, Adder JF, was out there in free-to-play worlds hooking people up with GP. Oh, that's a real G, I tell ya. And it was the exact amount I needed to secure another bond without losing so much that I wouldn't be able to get to high alch at all anymore. I'm sorry, Markiplier. I know I promised to keep up with it, but I found myself stuck in free-to-play for a couple more days. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you clearly haven't seen all my videos in this series. Go check out my video with Markiplier, which isn't actually with Markiplier because why would he ever collaborate with someone that has 3,800 subs? That would be insane! But give us a funny video to make anyway. Leave a like and subscribe too. If you watched this far into the video, I know you're invested. Do it. Back to the action, everyone. Everyone! I'm always asking you for advice. And not one of you, not a single one of you, told me that my ammunition slot could hold actual gear. Have you been laughing at me this entire time? Everyone laugh at Bontakun, the guy that keeps forgetting steel arrows in his ammunition slot because he picks them up fighting moss giants and equips them to save inventory space. What a fool that nerd is. Everyone point and laugh at his inability to figure out these things for himself. Well, guess what? I did find out. Yeah, that's right. While I was going down the rabbit hole of prayer boosts, I came across blessings, as well as a few other items. Years of playing Runescape and my casual gameplay mindset almost hurts, because it hadn't even occurred to me that an ammunition slot could very well be used for something other than freaking arrows. Heck, a year ago, I was losing my mind over the concept of defenders, so I must be pretty lacking in the innovation department. Anyway, I got the honorable blessing to boost prayer a bit. Yay! Moving on, check out my sword, baby! The Saradomin sword. I remember admiring this thing a while back. Even now, it's one of the coolest weapons to equip for lounging around. The constant cape flow, the stance you take while you're holding it.
It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna murder these crabs so hard! Look at that blocking animation! Look at that cape! I know this sword has dropped in popularity over the years, but I can't help but get giddy at the fact I finally have one. My gear was finally where I wanted it to be. So, with this newfound confidence, I decided to try my hand at my Slayer task once again. For those of you out there catching this video for the first time, you didn't catch the last one, guess what? It's Black Demons. It's over 100 freaking Black Demons. Thanks, Konar. Now, I think it's time to remind you all that I have just the worst internet out there. I know this game was made to run on dial-up, but either the mobile inputs are lacking in response time, or my internet makes AOL looks impressive by comparison. I got smacked around by the first Black Demon I tried to take out. I couldn't line up Protect for Melee to save my life, so I switched to my hastily thrown together magic gear, hoping I could wave my staff around and make the Slayer problem disappear. Unfortunately, I had second-rate gear with third-rate spells, and I sat around forever watching the health bar of that Black Demon slowly fall, and realized I would spend the rest of the year here if I stuck around. I left and made an assassin friend. He seemed like a cool guy, but I had other things to do. I snagged a lamp, which was pretty cool, cut a few more logs, and went back to the beach. Here I stayed for a good long while, which made me feel sure I had sufficiently called dibs on this spot. This guy, though, this odd excuse of a spot thief, must have gotten tired of hopping for an open spot. Suddenly, my AFK training turned into a war of attrition. At first, I tried to simply wait it out, but all I got was constant failed attempts to drag me away from my spot. The saddest thing of all was that I think they assumed I would just go AFK, leaving me led away from the spot so they could train it unhindered. When it didn't work the second or third time, would you have tried another half a dozen? A third person showed up, but they were willing to hop. The spot thief, though, it took the opportunity to taunt. That was it, though. No more Mr. Nice Bounty. I even stopped recording to take care of this business, so you're gonna have to take my word for it. Actually, I forgot to hit record. That's the truth on that matter. After they hopped, I waited for the spot thief to need a reset. When they left, I went through and let the crabs run free. The spot thief immediately hopped. The guy that acted like competing for AFK training spots was the cool thing to do got salty when I made it entirely inconvenient for anyone to train the spot. I got a good laugh out of that one. With them out of the way, I really dug into my strength training, utilizing potions and prayers alike to hit new heights. It didn't take me long to level up, but I had racked up a lot of items to High Alch and returned to the GE to work on that. This is when I lost connection, but the game itself kept me connected to the server. I decided to attempt to High Alch manually while I waited, just to see if it would register them all when the connection was reestablished. Guess what? It didn't work. No matter though, prep is prep, and this month taught me that I'm prepping for all the wrong things. An internal conflict arose in me as I saw my experience bar for magic continue to rise. Am I spending a majority of my time with membership earning bonds, rather than aim for my true goal? If I were shooting for woodcutting, maybe that would be the case, but I'm not. Oh, and none of you told me about the forestry kit. I had to have cut down 5,000 magic logs before I found out about it myself. It's like y'all really hate me. I'm mad because of this, I tell you. Absolutely mad. I bought a year of membership. Yeah, not financially the best decision, so please share this video with your friends. Next month is going to be wild now that I don't have to worry about bonds, so get ready. Check out this deep dive I did of The Wicker Man. It's a funny video about Nick Cage. You know you'll love it.